So we go to Scrap Station for set number 2. As it is ParkJongHyuk who has a 1-set advantage. He is playing to advance, while Next Chief is hanging on for tournament life. Next Chief here over at the 2-3 o'clock location, Blue Protoss.
Next Chief.
Next Chief.
Actually, it's pretty funny that Scrap Station, like how the map is built, is almost like it's going to be the same as when we saw Lost Temple. The air distance is short, while the walking distance is pretty far. So maybe we'll see a similar game here if they do the same builds like they did the first game.
The play there, let's go back to the set number 1. Actually, that's something I forgot to ask, was on Lost Temple, do you think Next Chief did the Void Ray build because he realized that he was that close to ParkJongHyuk, or do you think he planned to do that regardless of their starting positions?
No, I think the starting position had a lot to say about the choices. Like how you can just put the Stargate so close to the base, makes it so the Void Ray gets there a couple of seconds faster, etc., etc. So everything was building up to him doing that strategy just because of the positions, actually.
Well, we'll see if that happens in this set as well. Probe heading out to scout, SCV doing so also. They're going to meet somewhere in the middle here before crossing paths. A little hello, and on they go. Barracks on the way, actually a double barracks here.
Oh.
Seems like a little different build order.
No, it's a refinery. It's just the same. It's the same building animation.
Seemed a little odd. I was thinking, that's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast going dual racks like that, yeah. Now you always need to get the refinery as fast as possible to get the orbital command upgrade, because that makes the Terran economy that much stronger in the early game. So that's very standard.
Now, seeing how the probe realizes the location of ParkJongHyuk, does that mean that we might see the Void Ray?
No, I mean,
again.
The Scrap Station is a 2-player map, so you can only be at that location. But what the probe scout is there for is, like, you have to make sure that the Terran is not doing anything fishy early game. That's basically it. Then after that, scouting is impossible because one Marine will eventually chase it down anyways, right? But if I were him, I would actually send in the probe and poke around a little bit to see if what the next step for the Terran is, right? If he goes for, like now he's going for a Reaper, and if he's going for how fast the second gas, etc., etc. So sometimes it's good to try to scout even though you know that it's going to be a hard time.
SCV being chased down by the Stalker, and there it goes, and immediately going to have a Stargate.
Yeah, so basically the Protoss is doing the same build he did on Lost Temple, and I think the Terran is doing basically the same too, making that Reaper for scouting and then going for a big bio ball. No, he's going factory this time. He's going, yeah, well, that makes sense actually on Scrap Station that the Terran goes for air just because of their short air distance, and Banshees are very effective against the harassing workers.
Now the Reaper went all the way around to the bottom left corner before heading back towards Chief's base. Any reason that he went all the way down there looking for an expansion, or what might he be looking for?
No, he might be looking for hidden pylons, because you know when the Protoss finish the warp gate technology, they can warp in units wherever they have a pylon, right? So he's making sure that the Protoss is not having any pocket pylons to make any surprise attacks on him.
Tech lab complete.
That is actually very smart. He's trying to hide his Banshee play by making the tech lab on the island. So when the Protoss is, if the Protoss had a scout, maybe an observer, whatever, he won't see it, because he will go straight to the base and come to the island.
And a Phoenix out early on, a couple of them for Next Chief. Factory over to spot out what is going on here.
You see now, the Phoenix is getting, he thinks, a total scout of the game, right? He doesn't know that the Banshee play is coming, so when the cloaked Banshees are coming, I think this is going to be really huge for the Terran player. I really like this play by the Terran. It's very smart.
Phoenix scouting out now. At the very least, he's going to take down this factory. Robotics facility on the way as well for next chief. Pylons scattered all over his base. Let's see what's going on. I believe the barracks was eventually the factory was eventually taken out.
Oh my god, this can be huge though. The Terran was supply blocked for just 10 seconds, but that made the Banshee 10 seconds later, and right now the robotic facility is warping in.
Now, is that, if memory serves, are we seeing this right? A mothership on the way? Is that right?
That's right. It's actually a mothership.
Mothership on the way.
I don't know why, but yeah, you see, there is a mothership on the way.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. Next chief going for a big play here.
And you can see, because of the hidden starport tech, he's not expecting Cloak Banshee, so he's not getting an observer even. So this is going to be like, I think this is going to be over for Protoss if he doesn't get that observer out. So. Oh, now he spots it.
He does see the starport with the Phoenix, and we'll see what happens when they come out. Mothership on the way. Wow. So knowing that Chief has knowledge of the Banshee tech, who do you see having the advantage? You've got to think that ParkJongHyuk doesn't know anything about the mothership coming.
No, I'm saying the mothership thing is going to be huge, but he's going to do a recall, I guess, or something.
And there is the mothership.
I hope he's it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, actually.
You know, sometimes it's better to make a ballsy play, hope that it works, because if it does, that's what legends are made of, as opposed to just winning a game. Let's see how this mothership goes into effect. A scan made, but in the wrong location. Phoenix scouting out the path first. Raven out instead of the Banshee. Now I'm assuming that's because he realized that his starport was spotted.
No, actually he has two Banshees up in the top right corner, but he's just waiting for the moment when there's going to be a big fight somewhere, and then he's going to just fly in and get a lot of free probe kills.
We'll see how this plays out, and here, oh no, the mothership has been spotted. And here he comes towards the base, and a recall on the way. You've got to think. Let's see how it comes. There's the recall. Chief on the attack, and look at this. Force fields laid by the sentries. The units can't get up. Marines are stuck behind the force field.
You should make a Guardian shield too, to be honest. I don't understand, but yeah. Because he's not using the sentry energy for force field anyway, so why not put up a shield as well?
Scan.
It doesn't matter though.
And look at this. Next chief making a name for himself with a mothership play.
That's so sick that it actually worked. One base, mothership, recall, totally all in move, but yeah.
Wow. And this is going to give next chief a win. Oh, and meanwhile, over at Protoss's base, Banshees taking out all of his workers. The expansion, as we can see here, completely naked as well. But, wow, what a treat we're seeing here. The mothership might go down. Mothership not with much energy left.
One
Mothership
HP.
with one. Wow.
Sick, that's so sick. He had 1 HP, 0 shield. Oh, yeah.
And finally is able to get away. His shields are starting to regroup. But
it's pretty much over for the Terran. He has no way of replenishing it. Even though he has an income, he has no units, no buildings to produce any units. So it's pretty much over.
Banshee is chased away. Wow. What a game we're seeing here. ParkJongHyuk and next Chief. And you know what's ironic here is usually you would see a play like this perhaps when you're the one that's winning. You've won the first set. Let me try something different because I have a set to give.
This is totally Korean style though. Not being having this ballsy move to do actually make a mothership, but just the fact that he has practiced this strategy and he was just going for it. You know, I guess he has been playing this maybe 100 games, so it's pretty funny though that it worked. I mean, it was incredibly that it worked. I didn't expect it at all. So.
Wow. Do you know if we've seen a mothership this season yet?
No, not yet. Not from the games I've seen at least. But actually, I saw it this weekend in MLG, in a big match, the deciding match in the loser bracket final. So it's not unheard of, but still, it's cool to see it anyways.
Well, the mothership finally does go down, and basically, ParkJongHyuk doesn't have anything left, but his...
No, but what's huge now is that his army is being stuck in the island, or most of his army is stuck, right? And the buildings are floated, and he can't kill them because he has nothing to kill air. So actually,
is it possible that Terran can come back here?
Actually, that's what I'm saying. It's huge likelihood that actually the Terran is winning now because he killed that mothership.
So basically, a crazy game we've got going here, and indeed. Next Chief taps out at the last second there, and ParkJongHyuk is on his way to the next round. So we saw what was a ballsy play by Next Chief. In the end, it doesn't work out for him, and he is indeed on the outside looking in. And it's one of those games where you kind of look at and you kind of go, oh, what might have been. And he tried to make an effort. Was the execution poor at the end, or was it just something that was not meant to be?
I think not in the end. I mean, even during the fight, even though he won the fight, I think he did some sloppy thing. He didn't put up a Guardian Shield, for instance, with his sentry. But just looking at the score, he had a better score than the guy who actually won. I mean, that happens. This is very rare. So it was a weird freak accident, but I mean that he was so patient with the Banshees, as I said, that he was waiting for the big fight, then going in to get all the pro kills. And when he scouted the Cloaked Banshees, why he didn't make an observer sooner and just make a cannon or two in his main would have saved him the game. So basically, poor execution, but I mean, you got to give it to him. The strategy was really fun to watch.
Maybe we'll see him try this in another tournament in the future, and maybe then it'll work.
Yeah, man. I mean, the strategy worked, but just the execution was a little bit flawed.
Okay, well, we have been able to see a great game here. We're going to be back in a moment with ParkJongHyuk and an interview. We'll find out exactly what he thought of once he saw the mothership. Be back in a moment.
Did you think I was the girl next door? Now you see I'm gonna be a rock star. You never know.